Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how I thread the hoop and center the design on the embroidery machine. I start my work with the stabilizer. I mark horizontal and vertical guides using a hoop. I do marks. Vertical and horizontal. In the middle is the center of the hoop, so it can also be the center of the embroidery. To do this, I need to match this center with the center of the design using these guides. Next step, I take a fabric. I want to place the embroidery in this place. I need to mark the size of the embroidery. Full size. From this point, from this point. I mark half of my embroidery. You can use rollers and a square as well as a pen or sewing chalk, but I will not use it at all because I don't want to leave any marks on the fabric. I'll take the iron. I fold the fabric in the half and iron. My design consists from two parts. I need to find the center of the first part of design. For this, I mark full size of design. And I mark first part. and find the center of this design. So this point. I mark it with pins. Now I mark the vertical guides for design. I fold it half again and iron it again. And so this results is that I have a center lines that are 90 degrees. Now I have a horizontal and vertical guide lines and the center of my design. I match this center on the stabilizer and on the fabric with these guide lines. For connecting fabric and stabilizer, I take a pins. Connecting fabric. Next, also pins. I match the center and can the hoop. I connecting marks with guide lines and marks on the hoop, only with stabilizer. Fabric is not in the hoop. Control marks. It must be directly vertical and horizontal. These guides and these guides. Close the hoops. I'm ready to embroider. Now I can move on to the step of working on the embroidery machine. I insert my hook with stabilizer and fabric. I bring the needle to the center of the hoop. This is center of the hoop. It is not the center of the design. Center of the design, some left. I can use this bottom and do one step for moving needle. Check out. Maybe some up. Check this. Yes, I think it's the center of my design. Now I will be embroidering. But I have just a moment. I make outline stitches around the design and then I begin to embroider. Outline stitches help to avoid squeezing the fabric during embroidery. I do small speed and push button fix on panel machine. Fix. Start. I take off pins. Change the color of thread. Так, now I can to start embroidering. color is done, I take off flighting stitch and go on with the next color. Start embroidery again. Let's go. My third in down is off. I change it. And now I can continue to embroidery. I did some step back up and push start. First part of the design is over, and now I will be work with the second part. I cut the stabilizer from my fabric. Text. First part is layer. It's the place where I need center horizontal, center vertical. Second part will be there, in this place. So I repeat all action which I did with the first part. I take a stabilizer, take a hoop, and mark with the lines. Yes, так. Vertical. Horizontal. This is the center of the hoop. Size of the second part is 162. 62 is the vertical and 102 horizontal. I find the center of this part. This is the end of my second part. This is the center of the design in this point. I take a pins and mark it. I have a guide line horizontal. Now I must to do vertical guide line. This angle is 90 degrees. Now I have a horizontal guide lines and vertical guide lines. I match it with the guide lines on the stabilizer in this center. I use the pins for continuous stabilizer with fabric. One pins and second pins. Take a hoop, insert the stabilizer in the hoop, I use this mark for the hoop. I check all marks on the hoop and stabilizer. Remove it if it's need. Okay. I think it's very good. Okay, close the hook. For connecting embroidery stitch to stitch, I use these crosses. I have another video where I show how I to do it. If you want to watch it, write me to comments and I will send the link for you. Now I will find the center of the design, second part. This is center of the hoop. I need to move the needle on the left one step. Check it. And also step. Yes, I think it's the center of the part number 2. Next step, I will do outline stitches of second part of design. Slowly speed and bottom fix. I take off a pin and continue. Cut the throat and change the color. outline stitches. This is first part and second part. This is the end of my design. Now I will be continue. Now I take off lighting stitch and continue with other colors. Embroidery is over. Now I remove the stabilizer and these temporary stitches and these crosses, and it will be back for lavender in the future. So I have the embroidery where I wanted, the same place, not a little higher, not a little lower, not the right or the left. The embroidery is a white quality. Fabric is not squeezed. Everything looks very nice. So I wish you success in embroidery. Thank you for your watching. Bye bye.